Yo, what's up? What is up? You guys, you want to know a funny fact, Average? This is the first Twitter space I've done in probably about a month. Like the first one I've hosted in about a month. That's pretty crazy, huh? That's what everybody
Uh,
knows me for.
yeah, man. I've just been like sitting around my phone waiting for one to pop off.
No. So, guys, we're gonna do this one a little bit different today. I really wanted to put together like a mega space with some of the dopest memes in the space that were all really strong community projects. And memes that I have big conviction in, ones that I hold bags of personally. And I think I want to. I'm not. I got a ton of people. I've got like 100 people requesting up, but I'm gonna do a time like at the end of the space where people can come up and talk and stuff. But right now, I wanted to just talk to the different memes, and I wanted to start with them. Basically, I wanted to like learn about the journey a little bit. It doesn't have to be like a crazy long story or just kind of maybe just get a little bit of perspective from the teams because these guys are fucking crushing it. Like I mean, we got MUMU, Giga Chat up here. I think we got the NEIRO account is going to be coming up. Their community is going absolutely fucking crazy. And these are the guys that are making waves in the industry, guys, and they're crushing it. And I'm proud to hold bags of their coins. So I just wanted to bring them up, get them all on a space. Yeah, and we can learn a little bit more about it in case you haven't heard of them. So let's just start with Mumu. What's
Yo,
up,
yo,
man? How's it
before
going?
yo,
Huh?
before you jump into it real quick, Coco, one thing to point out as well, like
Yep.
these projects don't have a bunch of VC backing. They
Yep.
don't have a bunch of institutional capital being pumped into them. They made it from the mud, basically. So like that's one thing I think to point out about these projects.
Oh, for sure. That's why. That's what. If you guys haven't seen the shit I've been posting recently, bro, like I'm on my just like community driven arc. Like I just like I see Mumu out there grinding in the comments all the time. I see Giga Chad. Like I've been. You guys know I've been chilling Giga Chad for a long time. We got BUB, which is probably the smallest project, but I really love this project because it's just a fucking grinding community, and they're killing it everywhere they go. Even though they're small, they're gonna get a lot bigger, I think. And then we got NEIRO, whose community is absolutely insane right now. So the whole point of this space was to really highlight these projects that have amazing communities. Yeah, so I'm happy to have all you guys here, man. Welcome.
Thanks for having us. Meow.
What up, Mumu? What's going on?
What up? It's been a long day. Just been like, we've been running up, breaking that 200 mil market cap, holding things together right now. Market's pulling back though, so hopefully we don't dip too hard. But yeah, it's just been grinding, man.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. And then we got Giga Chat. What's up, homie? Who's this? Is this who we got on behind the mic?
Yo, what's up, boys? It's Griff here.
Yes,
How you doing,
sir.
Coco?
Yeah, now me and Griff been talking for a minute. I'm a really big fan of Giga Chad, man. Like just the way that they've built their lore, their community, kind of like the just like if you guys don't know, if you guys ever go into the Giga Chad TG, bro, the first thing they tell you to do when you go in there is to do 30 push-ups. And I actually did that shit. Like when I first went in there, when they brought me in there, like, hey Coco, you gotta do 30 push-ups before you talk in here. And I was like, all right.
Dude, it's facts. It's facts. Like, if you can't do 30 push-ups, like, why would we want you holding our coin? Like, if you
Yeah.
can't, like, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? If you can't do 30 push-ups, bro,
For real.
you're gonna cheat our coin for a 2x. Like, we don't want you. It's just you're gonna steal our money. So fuck you. But yeah, man, exactly,
Nah,
exactly.
Giga Chad's the shit, man. I love the way you guys have put everything together and man, it's really cool to see. Like I feel like I've watched you guys just progress in such a like crazy manner and just like the people that have come on and the way that you guys have like built your community and like just built the lore behind your coin is like it's something special. So yeah, thanks for having you. Thanks for coming up, guys. Appreciate you. Oh, we got Nero up here too. So Nero, you guys are in the middle of one of the bigger kind of disputes in the industry right now. I don't. You guys are like basically the community coin, and then there's like a VC backed coin that's like you guys are fighting against. It's been a whole big thing. But one thing that you guys have is you guys have an insane community, and you're only about like what three days old or something, 2 days old. Is that what it is? What's up, Nero? Can you hear me? Oh, yep.
They might not be up, bro. I'm showing
No, I see. I
everybody.
see him as a speaker.
Yeah, I'm showing everybody except Mumu as a listener.
They
Yo,
made
Coco,
they.
can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you. Welcome.
All
What's
right.
going
Yeah,
on?
yeah, yeah. This is actually Tony. I was gonna see if you could bring me up from my main account, but I guess I'll just talk on this one.
Yeah, man. Fuck it. Yeah, let's do it like
All
that.
right, cool,
Yeah,
cool. No
yeah. I'm gonna
worries,
bring
no
some
worries.
other people up first, but like, I want to start with Giga Chad. I wanted to like ask him a few questions. So like, Griff, you guys have just been grinding. You guys been. I remember when you guys were barely like, a million market cap, and you guys were hollering at me. You guys were just relentless, like hitting me up, telling me to come check it out, and like, give us a little bit of insight on like how it's been, kind of making that ascension from like just basically being a CTO before CTOs were cool, and then just kind of climbing the ranks.
Yeah, of course, man. Of course. Like you'd mentioned, we've been hollering at everybody for a while, right? We're a 6 month old coin, and I know the theme of this space is community, right? So the real reason, I guess, why we've been hollering, why we've been pushing this coin for so long, why we've been so successful, is because our community is so strong. Like we were saying, like, dude, 6 months straight, right? We're hollering at you 20K market cap, 1 million market cap, 20 million market cap, 100 million market. It doesn't stop because, everybody in the community, we all have the exact same conviction in this coin, right? We see this coin as, everybody I'm sure in the space knows, they're probably like, oh, that's cringe as fuck. But we call this coin the big one because it truly is the big one, right? We all have the exact same conviction because we understood that, this is the super cycle. This is the meme coin super cycle, right? Retail normies, they're going to be aping in like crazy. And retail normies, they fucking only love meme coins based on memes. Based on memes they know, based on memes they love, because they don't know, what any of all these like thousands and thousands of coins are. They know Doge, they know Pepe, and they know GigaChad. So with that in mind, that's why we have such strong conviction, and that's why even at a million market cap, we saw the vision, we saw where this thing could go, and if a bunch of Chads, they all have the exact same goal. How can you lose? So that's kind of where we are.
Like
That's kind of a little bit about our
one of the
thesis.
things that I really loved about when you guys were kind of basically, you guys have a cult following, right? Like that's what these are, right? These are cults. Like I guess you can call them whatever you want, but I love the fact how like you guys really pushed for your hardcore community holders to try to acquire 1%. And I think that was like such a bullish, when I heard you guys like basically, because you want the people that have put the sweat equity and rode all the time, like grinded it out in the trenches with you. Those are the guys that you want to be your big holders, right? So you guys were always pushing that, and you guys have some content that's like second to none, bro. I love the shit you guys make. So you guys have been killing it.
Yeah, no, thank you, man, thank you. Yeah, and another thing that's like really cool that I guess a lot of people in the space probably don't know about is Coco. You mentioned, yeah, we're hollering here at like $1 million. Like anybody can go back and look at the chart, they can see GigaChat. Like this coin's been like pretty low for a long, long time. And the reason it was so low is because we spent a majority of our effort onboarding normies. We were onboarding the retail investors, our friends, our family, just random people on the street. We were getting them in first. And as sad as it is, like a lot of y'all got front run by fucking people who've never bought a coin before. And that's why this coin has so much conviction, why the chart is so strong, why the community is so strong, is because the community only grows, right? The normies, they don't sell. Retail doesn't sell. The guy, the Uber driver who buys Dogecoin, that buys Pepe, the guy that doesn't know what, any of these other pump.fun coins or any of these other coins are, he just buys and holds and tells all of his friends, right? So with that in mind, that's another huge, huge reason why the community is so strong. Like we have people who have never bought a coin in their entire life before blowing up our phones about how to buy more because they literally forgot how to buy. They don't know how to sell, but they also forgot how to buy. But they need to learn again so they can, FOMO in some more and get their friends in. So the community only grows because once the normies are in, once the retail investors are in, they just spread it like wildfire. And that's kind of what we've been seeing so
But you know
far.
what, Griff? Like one of the other things too, bro. Like the way the larger population of the community is really a tone that's set by the core community. And like back to what Coco was saying a second ago, and I don't even remember what the market cap was when we were in VCs off and on a lot back when the market cap was a lot lower. But you guys were fanatical about buying the token yourselves and the core community. And I think that really permeates out to the rest of the community as something that you guys hold.
Well,
You guys hold the token valuable within, right? Like you guys aren't cheating it every time you get a pump
100%.
and then like that actually
Hundred
that like gets
percent.
translated out to the rest of the community. So that was pretty sick to see how you guys are kind of like setting the tone for everybody in the project.
Yeah, without a doubt, man. Like I'm a pretty big holder of the coin, and I'm buying this shit every week, right? It's been 6 months. I buy this shit, every other, I guess every other week with my paycheck. But yeah, like you were saying, the core community is what really drives the project. It really drives kind of like this conviction, and it's like lead by example, right? You see like fucking
Did we
Brian's
just?
still the first. Oh, sorry, I'm still here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you cut out for a second.
Yeah, my alarm went off. My bad. But yeah, like Average was saying, the core community, we've been here for 6+ months, right? We're all still buying the token. We're all still grinding our asses off every single day, because that bleeds into everybody else. That bleeds into the new guys when they see the top holders, the top whales, the top guys have been here for the longest time working their asses off. That's inspiring, right? It truly is lead by example, because yeah, I think that example where I cut out, like, Kobe Bryant has 5 championships. He's still the first guy in the gym, right? You got to have your team. You got to have your leaders. You have to have the core community grinding every single day, because it's yeah, it just spreads to everybody else, man. And when I'm every Friday, what do I tell everybody in the Telegram? I go, hey guys, it's Friday. Go out to the bars and shill the normies. I go out every single weekend and I'm talking every random dude's ear off about this fucking coin. Sometimes I get hit, sometimes I don't. Most of the time I do. But when people see that, they see the guy who's helping run this coin. When they see him, texting in the Telegram at fucking 1 a.m. Hey guys, I just got a normie and we took shots. They do the exact same thing, and again, it just spreads like wildfire. It's a virus, and it's something that can't be stopped.
Yeah, see, that's like, and you know what is really dope about Giga and why I'm such a like strong believer in it, why I hold a big bag, is because like I think like when it comes to a meme, you want to align with the kind of people that resonate with the meme, right? And like, dude, like you guys have a fitness brand that you guys are making that's sick, and you guys, the way that you guys did it is you guys never paid any KOLs. You guys literally just onboarded people because they saw the value. And like literally that's what made me just grab a bag, because I see the guys that are basically in the same industry as me, these guys that are getting me, I get offered money every single day. I don't take it. But like there's guys that are getting offered money all the time. But when we see a project that we really like, we'll just buy that shit and support that. And I'm gonna support that even more, right? Because I just
Mhm.
bought that coin, right? And it's like it just yeah, people value it more. You know what I'm saying? The way that you guys
Exactly,
did
man.
it.
Exactly. If you work for your bags, you buy your own bags, like you're just going to value it more. It's the sweat equity. It's kind of the sunk cost fallacy, but I guess in reverse in a way. But yeah, like you're saying, we haven't paid a single KOL, right? I don't think you can name another coin that's ever done that.
I mean,
Yo, Griff, one quick question I had for you on that
Yeah.
topic before we get too far away from it. We talk to memes a lot that are kind of like in the mid-range market cap, like, 10, 20, 30 million or whatever. And we
Hmm.
talk a lot about like getting to that point where you have to set the long-term vision for the project.
Hmm.
Um, and obviously, like the Giga long term vision has been to build this fitness brand and to be just like a community of Chads and like embody that word and the definition of that word. But like, at what point was it that you guys really sat down to hash out the long term vision, and like how that conversation go? Because I think it's really important for projects that are trying to build and grow to think about that conversation, like the timing of that conversation and how to like think through it.
Yeah, 100%, man, 100%. So I guess from the get go, right? I think a lot of the core community, a lot of the people very early into this coin, we kind of shared the same vision. We were like, holy shit, what can be the next Doge coin, right? Who's going to be the next Doge? Nobody, Doge isn't going to be the king forever. And we all realized, like, holy fuck, this is like the only meme that has the potential to be the next Doge, because this is the only meme that normies literally like drool over. It's fucking crazy, right? So when we sat down and realized, holy shit, like this is, we saw Dogecoin go to what, 80, $100 billion last cycle. We're like, oh fuck, like that's our goal. How do we get there? And then in terms of, the whole fitness brand and kind of the vision and kind of the conversations that led up to it, there's a lot of trial and error. There's a lot of, whiteboard sessions, a lot of late nights with the boys. But we figured out a way to kind of make this coin in a way where we could actually achieve Doge level virality, Dogecoin level market caps, that type of stuff. And that's where, the fitness brand comes in. That's where, getting the actual at GigaChat handle, that's where that comes in. The idea of getting all the normies in and planning to get those guys in and spending our time, going up to random people on the street instead of, paying KOLs or market makers or stuff like that. Those are the things that we, sat down and said, hey, these are the actual things that get you to Dogecoin levels, not any of these other things. So that's kind of, I guess, a little bit about our vision. It's hard to say exactly when, every single piece came into play, because that comes in over time. We're like, oh, first let's get the handle, then the fitness brand, blah blah blah. But the vision was always to pass Dogecoin. The vision was always $100+ billion market cap. We just had to figure out different ways to get there.
No, I
Bro,
love
like,
that response, bro. And I think that's a good roadmap for a lot of projects in the space. Like, you go look at the project you want to emulate and the level you want to grow to, and then engineer backwards. So thanks for that. I think
yeah,
that was
no,
great
and you know
output.
what? I think GigaChat is crazy undervalued still at your like where they're at right now, bro. Like I see them being like one of the top, if not top memes on Solana, like for sure. And maybe in the world, bro, because it's such a like it's a normie friendly coin, right? Like it resonates with people, right? And it's a badass
Hundred percent.
concept, everything. Like everybody knows I'm a big GigaChat maxi, so like I've been telling everybody about them for a while. So
Hundred
then they won
percent.
me over, bro. They won me over, and
Let's go. It took
you
some
know,
time, but we had to get you there.
yeah, you guys kill it, man. And
But
I think that you guys are just gonna keep crushing it. And I appreciate you coming up. I know you guys are getting a lot of attention now, and a ton of people coming at you. But and one thing I will say about the team at GigaChad, bro, every time I've ever hit them up, bro, they're on the fucking ball, bro. They get right back to me. You know what I'm saying? Like I hit up Griff today, bro. He hit me back in like less than a minute. Like, what up, G?
yeah,
And it's
let's
just like,
good.
yeah, exactly. Like that's the kind of grind that you got to have. Same thing with Mumu, bro. Mumu is literally, I hit Mumu up right back. You know what I mean? Just because like you get some big relevance, that doesn't mean that you got to stop being for the people, right? Like you got to like still like tap into those people that are the lifeblood of the community, and the people that are like out there like representing you and pushing you forward, because it's all about the network effect, right?
Yeah,
Like I keep
hundred
saying the
percent.
network effect, right? And how can you have the network effect if you're closing yourself off from people?
Hundred percent.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yep. Yep,
yeah,
it's the super cycle, dude. There's no time to rest. There's no time to relax, right? We're entering the fucking meme coin super cycle. Why would you not, be grinding every single day? Like you're saying, I, hit you back in 4 seconds, right? Because I'm always on my phone. But I'm doing the exact same thing with the normies, right? I got a text today. How the fuck do you buy Giga Chad from some kid who wanted to put in $200? It's the exact same thing. I'm on calls with him, helping him get in because his $200. Yeah, it might not mean that much. It's not going to move the market cap, but he's going to turn that 200 into 300. And when he goes up 50%, what happens? He tells 20 of his friends, who tell 20 of their friends, who tell 20 of their friends. So spending time with every single person is really important, right? Like I don't want to say it's like customer service necessarily, but like that's one of the reasons why Chick-fil-A is better than KFC, right? You got the personalized customer service. Like doesn't
facts.
matter if you're a big whale, doesn't matter if you're a small whale. It's all about the community bringing everybody in because everybody does have value.
Yeah, no, dude, and that's one of the reasons why I hit you up, because like I actually hit you up kind of last minute, and I was just thinking about it because it's a community space, and I was thinking like, what projects do I own the coin of that I think are like the embodiment of community, and like, this is the kind of stuff that I'm gonna push like nonstop now, because I really feel like as we move into this meme coin super cycle, like these are the types of projects that you guys are gonna want to have bags of, because they have the building blocks of that network effect. And a lot of like every single coin up here is fucking undervalued in my opinion, like way undervalued, bro, because they're doing the most important thing right. They're fucking building a community, bro. Like that's where these guys fuck up and they go wrong, is they think they can just start off like and throw a bunch of money at something at the beginning and not build a community. They think they can shortcut their way to making a real meme, and that's just not the truth, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like it just doesn't work that way.
100%, man. 100%.
You know what I mean? There's no shortcut, and hard work is what it takes, man.
Hard
There's
work's
no
what it
shortcut, bro.
takes.
You got to roll your sleeves up and just get in the trenches, get out there and grind, and just keep pushing and be relentless, right? So that's why I'm a huge fan of Giga Chad. So, yeah. With that said, I wanted to talk to Mumu, and then I'm gonna after that I'm gonna go to Nero and Little Bub. And Griff, you can stay up as long as you want. You can leave at any time. I know you guys are busy or whatever. But we appreciate having you up. And if you guys want to ask any of the other projects questions, go for it.
Awesome. I'll stay up. I'm
Yeah,
cooking dinner, so I'll just be on
okay.
mute.
Yeah, yeah, man. Just chill. Anytime you want to come in, just let me know.
I
So we got
appreciate it,
Mumu the
man.
Bull over here, and I want to talk a little bit about Mumu. Um, Dude, one of the things that I will say is the like one of the qualities that from Mumu that I have seen as I've watched them progress is these motherfuckers are everywhere online, bro. You cannot, bro. Like you go to any Twitter space, you go to any comment, bro. Mumu the Bull is right there with badass memes, and they've got their narrative down, right? They're the mascot of the bull market, right? And it's just
Yeah.
like it's so easy to digest, bro. So why don't you give the audience a little bit of kind of I don't know, just give us the story
I
of how you
got
guys came
yeah,
up.
yeah. There's some lore. There's actually two pieces of lore about building community, and this is like the theme of the spaces community, right? So Mumu is actually an old 4chan meme. It's by the artist Apu who also made Pepe, like retarded Pepe, popular on 4chan back in the day. The next two memes he made were financial memes, which were Bobo and Mumu. One's the patron saints of bears, the other is the mascot of the bull, and we just go at it. And so like I see Bobo down in the audience. Our followers and their followers love to go at each other, talking about how we hate bears and how bulls like always want number goes up. And our community is like the types of guys that always long, never shorts. Like we're just rooting to pump bags. And that's kind of like the theme of like everyone in the community just wants to pump bags. And so it's that's the kind of people we've attracted. Like we have a really bullish lead, like Solstice. He's always just pushing like long everything, and that's like he's never shorted like a single trade this year. And it's just kind of like the whole theme of like what everyone else does in the community. And on top of that, like part of the community building part we did at the beginning, I don't think people realize this, but we took a page out of like Bonk's playbook where we airdropped 30% of the supply to the top 15 NFT collections. So if you were holding like a Cleanosaur or a uh, S- Solana Monkey business or a Mad Lad, you would have gotten like a $500 airdrop, and so, like that's what it's worth now. And so like, I think 90 something percent of those people had not sold their airdrops. So we managed to build like a community off the bat just by airdropping people, and they just bought more.
Damn, that's sick. And then like, can you tell us a little bit about like, because you guys weren't always where you're at. I mean, you guys just ripped to ATH recently, didn't you? You guys like recently went crazy.
Yeah, we actually like tested 85 mil like four times before we actually like went parabolic to 250, 280. And a lot of it was because yeah, we did give out like 30% of the supply, and people were dumping like every time there was a rip up. And so like we shook out all the jeets and sellers now, and now we're like actually climbing and pushing
Yeah,
for new listings, and like we got Bybit and Binance in our messages now, and so it's become like a
amazing.
whole thing.
That's sick, bro. Congrats on that. And congrats on like it's like when you put in the hard work, because you guys been around for a while as well. And when you put in the hard work, it makes it that much sweeter once you kind of get those big achievements, right? Um,
I mean, I know that Mumu's grinding a lot out here, and I think it's like maybe a little bit unconventional to take all the credit for it. But I will say that I tweeted about Mumu, and then immediately after it started blazing to all time high and
oh, so
said
you
all
want to take
time high
credit
after
for it?
all time high after all time high. And I'm just gonna pin the tweet to the top of the fucking space here because I'm bullish on Mumu. Let's go. We're going to 1 billion, baby. Let's get it.
Let's go, baby. No, no, dude. I know average is never gonna live that one down because you did both post it, and then it just started ripping. But I don't know. I think you can maybe take a tiny little bit of credit for that, but I think it was a bunch of things, bro. Moomoo's everywhere, man.
Yeah, there was like two different people that like bought 2 mil at two different times. uh, there was this guy who swapped 2 mil of whiff. He actually got wrecked. The dude got MEV botted, so like that's why it wicked up so hard, which is even crazier. It feels bad, but he's a legend now for like pumping our bags.
Damn, that's crazy. Yeah, and then you guys filled the wick, right? After they did
Yeah,
that,
I
that's
mean,
insane.
yeah, it jumped from like like 80 to 100 mil to like 250 almost immediately.
Damn, bro. That's that man. That must have been crazy when that happened. Like you
One
guys
of the
must have just
things
been
that
like,
really impresses me about MUMU is the content. Like part one, the quality of the content, and part two, the amount of content that you guys put out. I know how hard it is to do this. Like it is not easy to produce quality content at scale. How are you guys doing that? What's the recipe?
Honestly, if we've made any money on the off this coin as a team, either through market making or whatever, we've reinvested like every single dollar back into marketing. Whether it's hiring animators and finding the right ones, like testing out a bunch of different ones, hiring new artists. Like we're constantly just like getting new art done. Like we're building our Instagram or TikTok out right now, and so like just investing in content has been like the strategy. Like we've also had other shit built, like a validator and a game and some others and a casino, but we're not promoting any of that stuff because we want to focus on the memes and the content. And I think that's like right now with this meme super cycle, like the content is key to like onboarding and getting people involved. And we've noticed it's even easy to explain it to normies and other people and getting them onboarded. Now we have plushies made and new merch and stuff. And so we'll be starting to push those out soon.
yeah, and you know what's interesting, and the reason why I wanted to bring up like a few more established projects, and then I wanted to bring up a couple smaller projects that kind of are getting some hype and getting some exposure. But all of them, like regardless of market cap, I still fuck with these projects the same way because I see a lot of the same qualities in the community, right? I see like whether the community's big or small, I see the same kind of actions being taken by the people from these different communities. So like I think like another reason why I want to do this space is that so people from different communities can kind of see like how like projects are being successful and how project like kind of like because think about it, man, like somebody can sit there and analyze how someone's doing something, or they can literally hear it from the horses or the bull's mouth, I guess we could say. And like every single meme has a story, bro. Like literally, like when this, like in the next 10 years, bro, like they could literally like write books about how these memes came up, and became these massive entities of just social energy, right? There's just, it's crazy, man. Like I'm fascinated by the social energy aspect of these memes and how they can bring people from all over the world together and like grinding, working hard for their bags. Because, bro, like think about it like this. Go look at a meme like, for instance, GigaChat or Mumu, and then think about like I don't know, a layer one blockchain. Whose holders of the token are working harder, right? There could be a blockchain that has $100 million treasury, 500 a $1 billion TVL, but the holders of their coin are not working 10% as hard as like a $200 million meme or like $180 million meme like GigaChad, right? Like the holders of the coins are literally the driving force and the lifeblood of these projects. And in a way, if you think about it, that's kind of the purest form of crypto because what is crypto? It's consensus, right? And that's it's social consensus. When you have a meme that catches fire and people just start being attracted to it, it's social consensus, and that's what blockchain's all about, really. So yeah, it's really interesting to like hear the different stories and like what do you guys have planned for the future, Mumu? Like what's the like do you guys have any you want to give us any alpha? Like what's happening? Like what do you got anything
I
interesting
mean,
coming up?
we're just gonna keep pushing more content. Like I said, we have plushies. We're gonna be at uh, Tokyo and Singapore and some other stuff. Like we've been at most of the IRL events since we launched, and like we have new listings and other things coming, like perps listings that might help take us off some more. And so, realistically, it's just grinding to a billion, like doing all the things that you have to do, and like following in the footsteps of like Pepe and Bonk and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and there is like kind of like a blueprint, but I think it's the ones that take like the core fundamentals of like the blueprint, but then they kind of make it their own that really kind of stand out, right? Like, each of these projects that have come up here, they all have a different kind of vibe to them, but at the same time, like the core fundamental is always the community comes first, right? Community over everything. And that's I mean, that's the recipe right there, right? If you're a project in the audience, I mean, definitely take notes because these guys are crushing it. And Solana's a hard chain. Like I think there's something like 1 million coins being printed on Solana like every month or something. Something I don't know. Don't quote me on that, but there was like some crazy statistic, right? So like in a sea of just fucking rugs that pop off every single day, right? Like to stand out and become like one of the top coins on a chain, like the hottest chain in crypto, that's an achievement. So, got to give these guys their flowers. Um, but yeah, like I wanted to go over to let's go over to Nero because these guys have been crushing it. Moon, would you have anything else you wanted to say before we kind of move? And then we can, I mean, you guys come in and you guys can interject and be
Let's
part of
just
the
circle
panel as
back.
well.
Yeah, I've
Yeah,
done
yeah,
these before where it's roundtables and like
yeah, yeah,
there's something
yeah.
they
So you
can
guys
learn from us
like
too.
you guys can come in and talk or whatever. Anybody can come in whenever you want. So Nero, what's going on? What's happening?
Hey, how's it going, everybody?
Yes,
Appreciate you,
sir.
Coco, for this space and platform, obviously.
Yeah, so why don't you like tell because you guys are one of the hottest like just metas going on right now, right? Like you guys have had a pretty crazy past 3 days, right? You're only about 3 days old and you've got
Yep, that's
what
correct.
like over 10 like around 10,000 holders already or something? Something
Yeah,
wild.
we actually cracked. I think we might have cracked 13. We were at 12,000. We might have cracked 13,000 holders in the first 3 days. The first day we actually had 3 million in volume. But as you know, because you're a part of it. It's been a pretty crazy show, to be honest, just because of what's been going on. So yeah, I don't know. Should I tell the narrative first and then kind of go into what's going
Bro,
on?
this is just the space about community, like introducing people to the projects, and yeah,
Perfect,
go. You
perfect.
can spit it, bro. Go for it.
All right, perfect. Yeah, no worries. Well, yeah, obviously, if you don't know who or what Nero is the dog of the owner Kabusu. So the Dogecoin dog, that owner, sadly Kabusu passed away. So the owner fostered and adopted a new dog, and the new dog's name is Nero. So it's actually Dogecoin's brother, because the owner was the owner of Dogecoin. The dog, obviously, the logo for that. So yeah, just wanted to say that and tell you a little bit about the narrative. But I mean, this community is absolutely savages. I haven't seen a community like this in a while, to be honest. I mean, if you just like for instance go down to the comments in the comment section, it's all Nero right now. And obviously shout out to all these other communities. And we appreciate you putting us up here because these like Giga, Mumu, those are huge communities that are already respected. So we're trying to get up there in the ranks, but as in community engagement, we're really powerful right now. Any tweet we do, we're ratioing we're ratioing any influencer right now, so it's pretty easy to get any attention on this coin. And yeah, I mean, like you said, we have 13,000 holders. We have 11,000 members in the TG. The TG stays open with voice calls, which consistently have about 300 to 500 members in the voice call every day. We do spaces every day, numerous spaces from about 4 hours to 6 hours long. And yeah, we've had a couple spaces that hit upwards of 2,000 people in them. But daily, we usually have about 800 to 1,000 people in the spaces. So I mean, metrics and numbers are there right now. But I don't know if you guys have been following the Nero narrative, but there's also been a lot of other Neros that have been launched. So they've kind of been not kind of they've been sucking the liquidity out of this token. So it's been a fight. But the community in this token is the top Nero community. So I mean the what we're doing right now is just doing the organic route. Like you said, it's all about building the community. The narrative in itself is super strong. I haven't seen a narrative like this in a while that's this bullish. I mean, obviously the last ones were Sheeb, Doge, and those were in 2021. So for Kabusu owner to adopt a new dog and Nero to be the name, I mean, it's really powerful. I mean, we had about, I think I looked at the, what was it, the like live pairs on NEIRO, and there was like over, oh man, it was crazy. It was like 500 NEIROs that launched that day. So I mean, we still managed to pull 300 million on our first day of liquidity with all these other NEIROs
But you guys
launching.
did 300 million in volume, or
I mean volume, yes, 300 million in volume on the first
Jesus
day.
fuck, that's
Yeah,
insane, bro.
yeah, so that's
Holy shit.
crazy. So we've already had exchanges reaching out to us, just to list us
So
on the exchange. Go ahead, Coco. Yeah,
So,
shoot
so,
me
so
some
let me ask you a
questions.
question. Yeah, let me ask you a question, right? Because I recently, like, honestly, bro, like, I'm gonna be 100% honest. Like, when I first looked at like the kind of little battle that was going on, I kind of didn't want to be a part of it, right? But what made me buy the coin is when I went into the different TGs, and I went into your guys' TG, and I fucking saw how crazy your community is. Like I'm dead serious. It's what sold me. I saw how hard that they're going and how many people are active in there, and that was the selling point for me, right? I didn't care about the market caps of the other ones or whatever it was. I looked at how absolutely insane and how community driven you guys were, and that's the reason why I wanted to bring you guys up on this space, because I feel like for being as young as you are, you guys have some type of viral kind of community effect going on right now. But here's my question to you, right? Because we know that people in crypto are transient, right? They're rotators, they do this and that. What are you guys going to do to keep those people, right? Because like we see tons of coins that come out the gate hot and they don't make it, right? So like what's the plan to like keep the people on board? Because obviously you're going to have people that fall off. It's just the way that it works, right? But what are you going to do to keep that community like, sticking with the project?
Yeah, I mean, like you were saying earlier, it's all about building the community. So I mean, we've been just trying not to really focus on the price action and more just focusing on building the community, building the trust within the community, and just having the daily voice calls, because that kind of leads to the transparency in the project. But I mean, right now, obviously, we all know we're going into a full on, bull market or bull run, whatever you want to say. I think the bull run's here, but we're going on to a full, like, the bull market. And people right now are looking for conviction plays, and Nero definitely has the aspect of the conviction play, right? So I think that's kind of where we're at, and as in keeping people here. This is more of like a conviction play for everybody, because when you really understand the narrative of this coin, it's one of the top narratives out there right now. So I think just pushing transparency and building the community, it'll just come hand in hand, because I mean, we all know that people do flip flop in 24 hours. They're on to the next coin. But with this narrative and with this community, it's kind of hard to flip flop, because they know the potential of this coin has a chance to, go to the hundreds of millions or billions in market cap. And I mean, right now, I don't even, like, we're not focused on the price as much as we're focused on building the community. But we have all the tools, to be a top contender in this space. So yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it, as in that
Yeah.
aspect. But
No,
yeah,
you guys are like young, right? Like so like you guys are gonna have to prove it, right, to the industry. That's
exactly.
basically yeah. So like it's
And we
it
had we had to fight, like, we've had to fight with a lot of, like other scam tokens and VCs that are manipulating their chart and stuff like that. So I mean, we pulled in $300 million on our first day, and that was with competing against a lot of other scam tokens and VCs that were pumping and manipulating their chart, you know.
yeah,
But as you said yourself, I mean, our community is the best Nero community out there. I mean, you
hands
can
down.
put, yeah,
I've looked at them.
so.
I've done my due diligence, right? Like studied for like a couple hours. I was just watching both before I even made a purchase. And that's really what made me grab. Like, so Mumu and Giga are like full blown conviction plays for me. And then obviously Little Bub, because I've been helping with the CTO, and it's a lot of guys from my community, and I just really love the way they've been doing it. Our convictions. So like Nero, I'm loving what I'm seeing, but it's it's not like straight conviction for me because I want to see what happens when you guys get that kind of. There is going to be the lull, right? Like because we want to be honest with like how these things work. Like nothing goes fucking crazy forever, and then when you do get this retracement, like how does the community react? How do they stick around? You know, like these are the things that every project has to battle with, right? And come like, and if they come out the other end of it, they get stronger for it, right? Because those people in the community that stuck around, they earn that through sweat equity. They earn it through the grinding. They earn it through the time, right? So like you guys are looking extremely bullish from a community aspect, you know, but I want to like see like as like 2 weeks from now, I want to see that same community going just as hard. And then that's like I'm gonna just like, you know, I'm gonna have all the conviction in the world, right? But I do love what I'm seeing so far. You guys are fucking killing it. You know
Yeah,
what I
no,
mean?
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
And the chart's pretty much, I mean, if you look at the chart right now, it's at the bottom right now. So we're right at the point that you're talking about. I think it's just about consistency and just keep pushing, you know? And it's not like our engagement has gone down at all just because the chart drops, right? You know, you might have a little more emotions in the chat or a little more concerns because the price is down, but the engagement has not dropped one bit. So like we were on a tele or a space earlier, and the VC only had and the VC had like 80 people in it because everybody was in the space with like 600 700 people. We ended the space, and then the Telegram instantly went to like 300 400 members in the VC. So I mean, the people are sticking around regardless of the price. I mean, obviously this is where the days of fighting and time will tell. But I personally think we will be here. Know we will be here in a month, 2 months, and that's when you can really, you know, say this is a conviction or solidify us as a conviction play. I totally understand that, but I don't think the
No, I'm
volume's
like I'm bullish.
gonna
Like I'm
drop or
bullish.
nothing because yeah.
Yeah. Like I don't
No,
care
yeah,
what the like
and the
honestly
volume's at 65 million right now, like or
that's crazy. Yeah, no, you guys
small
are killing it right now.
cranking,
And
you
like
know.
yeah, I think like that's one of the things that like I look at too is like because if you look at coins, like for instance, like Giga, you know, like I keep going back to them. Like it wasn't all they had. Like I was in the Telegram some days where it was just slow, but they're still grinding away, right? Like you will have those days, right? Like where it's just like boring for the average person. But if the community keeps grinding and proving their worth, like that's what the industry looks for, man. Like I made a tweet the other day, and it was like I said, look, if you're talking about a conviction play, looking at the chart every 5 minutes has absolutely no relevance to to what you're doing unless you're going to buy more, right? If you're calling this a conviction play, looking at the chart every 5 minutes has no relevance unless you're trying to accumulate more, right? And it's true, man. Like day traders and 2x jeets, people that are doing that, if you were to compare, I guarantee you, if we had the data to compare all the people that are swing trading compared to all the diamond handed people that are like in good conviction plays, by the end of this bull run or whenever, you know, this bull run ends, right? Like I guarantee you the diamond hands of the good conviction plays are going to come out better with a higher P&L than the people that are sitting there day trading and swing trading. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. Like I trade too. Like I love trading because it's fun. But the conviction plays are the ones that are going to make you the generational wealth. They're going to make you, you know, set you up for life, right? That's the way that I look at it. Um, you know, okay, so let's is there anything else you wanted to share, Nero? Because what I wanted to do is if you guys are still going to be around and this is for all the different projects, I wanted to start bringing some people up so they can actually ask the project some questions and stuff in a little bit. But if you want to share anything else, or then I'm going to go to Little Bub and we can talk to him about it. And then,
Yeah, no, that's
okay,
fine. You can go to Little
okay.
Bub, but yeah, I would just ask if we can bring up Dog with Tools after, just because they
Sure.
have a little more
Yeah,
info
sure.
on the other token and what's going on with that. Yeah,
For sure, for sure, for sure. Yeah,
appreciate you.
so this next project is the by far the lowest and like smallest project, but I've been like really pushing it and I love being part of that community because regardless of where their market cap is, which is right under 2 million, and I think it's probably the most bullish coin under 2 million on Solana with how many people have culture called it. And we actually kind of took a play out of like Giga Chad with no paid KOLs or anything like that, is Little Bub. What's up, Little Bub? What's going on?
Meow. Listen, Coco. You call us small, but our tongues are big, brother. You know this. Okay? Listen, man, I'm happy to talk to you for the eighth time today. Super excited to be here. I'm like three ring pops down my comfort food against all these chads in here. My nerves are going crazy, but I'm excited to be here, man.
So what's up, man? Tell everybody, because a lot of people don't know about Little Bub. Why don't you tell them the story of how you like
Yeah, you know
CTO'd
what,
it?
man?
Like,
It started off as Coco, Average, Tyler. There's a lot of people here that have been here from day one. We're about I think like 23 days in now from this CTO. And what started as something that was just, a regular community takeover, not something that we ever do, right? It's like, me personally, it's the first one and done. Started off as something just bullish. Like, I recognized the cat. It's the most viral cat of all time, right? If you guys are familiar with the Facebook days, this cat was everywhere. It started a cult phenomenon all around the world, raised millions of dollars, in funding for animals with disabilities, yada, yada, yada. And that was really my bull case, right? So when I brought this in, just kind of contacted all the people I've met in the space, throughout the years, and there was just so much like support. No KOLs, nothing, and we shot up to 4.5 million. But in between that time, we just grew this massive community. I think that's really what this space is about, right, Coco? Just like these communities and emphasizing like how important they are. And a lot of people claim, like, oh, we have this community and things like that. And then you go 2 weeks later and it's at zero and nobody's talking about it anymore. But we have something special kind of with Little Bub, and our lore is kind of building in real time, which is amazing. And as I said, it started off as the bull thesis being this super famous cat and everybody's gonna love it, and bull run's gonna come, is gonna catch a bid, and now it's turned into something much bigger than that, right? Now we were recently vampire attacked a few weeks ago by a VC. We actually had contact with them 2 days ago, and there was some exchange of words. And now it's become this David and Goliath story, right? Of we're not going to back down just because you guys can pump money into your things, and then whatever the case is. Now we have this community that's ready to fight. We call them the barbarians, and we have these great slogans. The tongue stays out, and we're going to babillions. And the thing is, we actually really do believe that, man. And if you could go on that TG at any given day, and nobody's ever discouraged. All we're ever talking about is like what's to come, what we're doing, like what's the game plan for today. We wake up every day bubbish. We wake up every day feeling like today's the day we're gonna catch our bid. And all the negativity around the other stuff, it's cool for the lore and it's fun, but it deters us in no way from what's coming. And I think that everybody in here listening to this right now, there's a moment in your life where you sit there and think like, man, I heard about that. I should have got it, and it's too late now. But now's your time to really just take a look. Come in, come join the TG, see what we're about. Come join this community that's like fighting this battle that I think everybody in crypto should at least be exposed to, right? Because I think that we've grown this community of just these die-hard, underdogs that just want to win so bad that we're willing to do whatever it takes, man. And I'm just so thankful for people like Coco, Henok, Tyler, Average, everyone who's been there with us every fucking day. Just raiding with us in TGs, because that's the vibe we built, right? Our team has all been built person by person, and what I've always tried to do is pick the best of the best. Like no matter how small the job is, we put the best person in that chair. Like our raid leader, Reaper, is the best raid leader in all of crypto. And if you want to battle that, I want you to go sit in there in that TG and listen to this guy for 5 minutes. We got music blasted. He's screaming for 2 hours straight. And it's just a vibe, man. And there's some things in life that money can't buy, and the team is one of them. And we're just on this mission right now, man, to just prove a fucking point that crypto's all about giving the power to the little guy, and we could do whatever the fuck we want if we put our minds to it.
Bro, if you like the crypto that you're holding right now, I don't know, I don't care if it's like Solana or Bitcoin or Ethereum or whatever the fuck it is. If you like those currencies that you're holding right now, do not go into that chat when Reaper is running a raid session. Don't do it. You're gonna spend it all on low bub, bro.
Yeah, hey, I want to give a shout out to all the projects. Like, I want to everybody that's in this audience. I think we got like 500 or 600 people in there. let's everyone go follow all these guys that I brought up because they were like, they were nice enough to come up here. They're all projects that are working really hard. Everyone give these guys a follow. I'm personally invested in all of them the number one reason I'm invested in them is because the community and the people that are pushing it are bullish as fuck. And another thing that's really, really important, and this is one of the leading indicators that I look for when I look for a conviction play in a meme. I look and see if there's a good evangelist behind the coin. Like it doesn't have to be part of the team. It just has to be somebody that's literally putting the meme on their back. I know the Giga Chat guys, they put that shit on their back. Mumu, they got Solstice who fucking bull posting that shit every day. Even Mog, right? They got K Money. The memes that are going to do good, they have really strong evangelists that people trust and follow that have hit big plays before. And these projects, one of the things that all of them have is like the guys that are connecting themselves to the project are well known. They just not didn't come out of nowhere. They're dudes that have been in the trenches, grinding, doing shit. Like, you know what I mean? So like definitely everyone that's in the audience, give each one of these projects a follow. And obviously, go see for yourself how you like it, how you like the vibe. But one thing that I can tell you about all of four of these projects is their communities are fucking on fire, top notch, and they put in hard work. So that's, to me, that's like the foundational level of any great meme. So um yeah, and little, they're all different market caps, right? So like, some people will, what different strokes for different folks, but you guys can definitely go check them out and make your own decision. We got Wolf of Satoshi Street. What's going on, bro? Welcome.
What's
You've
up,
been in a
man?
bunch of these
Yeah,
coins. So we're gonna start doing some questions now, guys. If you guys want to stick around, I'm gonna start bringing some people up so people can kind of like talk to the projects and stuff. We got like 50 requests. Let me hold on one second. Let's bring some.
I feel like I need to increase my MUMU and GIGA Chad bags. I'm super heavy in NEIRO and Little BUB. I spend almost 24 hours a day in both of them at the same time. I must be like some sort of duplicate, but I'm super bullish on communities. And yeah, Coco, thanks for like hosting this space, man. Like this is exactly what like I feel memes are supposed to be about. That's why I've been, spending so much time over the past few weeks with Little Bub. That's why I'm, been spending the last couple of days seeing what's happening with Nero. And just so you guys know, like there's so many parallels between Bub and Nero. Something that we've been seeing over the last couple of weeks. Like Bub was saying, there was a vampire attack by a VC who's bundling another token with the same name after this one was already catching on and trying to steal away the liquidity from communities so that they can slow rug them. And that's the exact same thing that we're seeing with Nero now. Part of why I became so convicted or had so much conviction, sorry, in both of them was because I've already been seeing this and been battling against this for such a long time. So super cool to see, communities continuing to battle it out, and also super cool to see Mumu and GigaChad, having that same base foundation that we're seeing in newer projects that really gives that extra conviction of like, okay, cool, you wake up, you do it again, regardless of where the chart goes, that down the line it's really going to pay off. And that's what's really cool right now to see these different stages of these projects, but
Yeah,
all with the same
and
makeup.
that's
So
why I kind of wanted to have like two guys that are like really crushing it like right now in the present, like kind of like I've been watching their ascension over the past month and it's been like amazing, right? Like watching Giga and Mumu like just absolutely crush it. And then I said, okay, let me do two projects that are like, well, I mean, I think Nero's the newest. I mean, Little Bub's almost a month old, but like newer projects, right? But the it stays the same. They focus on community first. And like a lot of projects say they focus on community, but like I guarantee you, if you check out the four communities of these projects, bro, like they're different. They're built different, the way the communities run. So like it's definitely, I definitely handpicked it for a reason. Um yeah, we got some guys up here. What up, Jesse? We got who else we got? Let me see. Let me bring some more people up. You guys open forum now. You guys can just shoot the shit, bro. Whatever.
Yo, what up, Coco? I want you just said something. You said like Giga and Mumu's like the communities are built different, and what's crazy is they're actually probably built different from each other. Every coin's got to find their own identity. But like one of the things I wanted to bring up, and shout out to every project up here, man. Y'all are all killing it in your own way. Um, uh, I wanted to touch on something with Giga Chad and like how relevant it is like today. Um, like if you go on TikTok right now, like this meme is like 8 years old. You go on TikTok right now, it's actually trending. Like I've been posting like screenshots of them where people are taking the Giga Chat filter and doing like the movies and shit. And these fucking memes, like, or these TikToks are getting 100,000 likes. And you click on the account, and you're like, okay, it's a botted account. But you click on the account, and it's like not botted. Like all their other videos have like no fucking likes hardly or anything. But like just that one caught the algorithm and just took off. But like it's like literally a TikTok trend right now with the Giga Chat filter. And like that's really
I've seen
important.
that. I've seen that. I've been seeing
Yo,
that
yo,
shit actually. Yeah, that's dope.
it's fucking
Yeah,
huge,
yeah,
bro. One of my normies that I got in, he's the one that started sending me the TikToks. He's like, bro, check out all these Giga Chat TikToks. And they're like within the last week or two, they've been posted. So like Giga Chad's kind of having a crazy arc on TikTok right now. And plus we got the actual Giga Chad, working with us and shit. So like, you know what I mean? That's like, there's a lot of lore to him, bro. Like he got famous overnight. Didn't work with no brands, didn't work with no cryptos, nothing. But like he liked what we were doing, so he's working with us. So that's pretty impressive if you ask me.
yeah. I'm a big gig, bro. Like I'm a fucking Giga Chat bull, bro. I've been screaming that shit everywhere. I've been getting everybody in, yeah. And these guys like, and you know what's cool when you kind of know the team and you can like validate it yourself, right? Like you can like see the hard work, and then you can just really get behind something that's and like a team or like just a community that's pushing that hard, right? And like we said, it's about that resiliency, man. It's about just hanging in there and just keep going, bro. Because a lot of times you'll see with a lot of these memes or whatever, I don't even really call them memes. Like a lot of these rugs, like they'll just launch and then they just get bored and then they just stop giving a fuck, right? They just die. But like it takes something to keep going. You know what I mean? So like that's one of the things that really, it really matters when it comes to these memes. We got a couple more people up here. We got
We got
um
Pinky. We got Pinky up here.
what up, Pinky?
What up,
What's
guys?
how you
What
feeling?
up, bro?
I'm almost died in Nashville, but not by anything other than just like I got sick the second day, and I've been. But now I had to pop up because this is a dope space, man. This is like, I think it's funny, man. It's like where we're at in the cycle right now. It kind of feels like the race begins now. Like there's been months and months of crazy meme coining, but you're starting to see like the big boys starting to pop up, right? You got like the Mumus and the Gigas that are starting to send a lot of crazy coins on Solana. Then you got like Lil Bub, and you got all these like real communities growing, right? Because that's what's going to drive the coins to those crazy valuations. Is you got to have real community. You can't fake that shit. You can fake
Yep.
shit up to 50 million, 100 million, but that dies, right? If you don't have real community. And one you need that real community growing to get to those Doge levels and those Shiba levels, right? So
Yeah.
that's when the race begins, right? You're starting to see these tokens that are building, and even at like the smaller levels, like the Lil Bubs and the Neros, like Nero's blowing up, and Lil Bub's doing great, but it's like the beginning stages of watching, one of those massive coins, because that's the most important thing, man. The price always follows. Like you don't worry about that. You don't worry about how much the price is, especially at the beginning, because if that community grows, without doubt, that the price usually trails behind, and then it just fucking explodes, like what you've seen with Mumu, what you've seen with Giga. It's like slowly and then all at once, right? It just gets crazy. And then
Yeah.
another thing is you got to think about is like I always tell people like you got to remember like where we're at in the cycle because shit's gonna get a lot crazier. Like you see things at a $200 million market cap, and you're used to playing around and pump fun. That seems like a really high market cap to most people. When for the past month you've been dicking around in 20K market caps, right? But the reality is like the shit can go a lot higher, and probably a lot higher than any of us are even thinking, right? So, and
Yeah,
another
like like
thing,
like 100 million market cap. Like I've been aping into a bunch of that shit. I just bought some more Giga yesterday.
yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I
you
mean? I
got
bought
you
some
got to
more
be
Mumu.
able
Like I'm not worried about those because I know where we're going.
you
Right?
got to be
Like
able to like do both, right? Because it's fun to do all that shit. It's fun to jump into the little stuff, but you also have to be able to switch that off a bit and then look at the ones that are like, holy shit, this has potential to like really make a difference and do something crazy. And the other part of it is like that shit's fun, man. If you're a part of a community that does some amazing shit, like runs into the multi billions, like 20, $40 billion market cap, like just being a part of that community and going along for the fucking ride is like a win in itself, right? And you get to be a part of that. So you got to look at like anything that's got like crazy traction right now, regardless of market cap. I would say you jump into because where we're at in the market, you're gonna win.
Yeah, Pete,
well,
you got
yeah.
to think
As
even
long
even 100 million,
yeah.
200 million, $1,000 right now, and it reaches 20 or 40 billion. that's $200,000 you're fucking sitting on. You know what I mean? I mean, that's a lot of
Hundred
fucking
Life
percent.
money.
changing.
And guys, too,
Life changing.
you gotta remember too, like a lot, it's not always just monetary, right? Immediate monetary shit. Like you get in those communities, you make connections with people. You with a lot of like-minded people. You're with people that are winning, right? And then you make fucking connections with people, and then you get into more stuff that's winning, and you just kind of grow all over the place, right? Your socials grow. Everything starts growing when you're in the right communities. So it's not always just about how many X's can I get right now. A lot of it is just riding it and just like being a part of everything in the space, and it all grows. And before you know it, you're winning everywhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. It's not just about like obviously it is everybody first and foremost people want to make X's.
For
I
sure.
do it. But like people want to make money, but also your social capital is important too, right? And if you're connected to projects that are doing good, it's good for your social capital. You know what I mean?
100%.
So like that, it's a win-win
You got to
in
be
a
well
lot of ways.
rounded in this game, man. If you want to win and really make it, you got to be well rounded all over the place. Like, don't get me wrong, dude. I love dicking around and pump fun and like jumping into ridiculously low market caps. But I also like to jump into the winners and be a part of winning teams that are actually trying to do crazy shit, right? And you just got to be able to turn it on and off, right? You got to be able to look at both and see the value in both, right? And not just get stuck in one way, or else you might get, might get screwed.
Well, that's a good point too, bro. Like if you're somebody that's like in this space listening and you're in one of these communities, like get active in these communities. Like that's how you meet people in crypto. That's how you build your network in crypto by like getting in the VC and like, talking to people or like getting active in the chat and DMing people and asking them like what you can contribute. Like that's really how I think a lot of our networks have grown in crypto. Like we got into a project, we got engaged, and we just started to meet people and it grew from there. So like get active, man.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. That's I can't agree more. What's up, Wolf? Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say that's exactly how I get involved in projects. I buy it and then I come join the community. I always buy first. I'm just that kind of person. I blind ape and then I go figure it out after. But jumped into the Nero Telegram chat and I was like, holy shit, this thing is flying. I had to DM every single mod to be like, guys, unmute me. I want to chat. Let's see what we can do here. And now these guys have been pretty close over the last few days, and this community is growing really well. Same thing with BUB. You guys are like brothers to me, man. We've been spending 24 hours a day in the trenches,
Y-
going
Yeah,
nuts.
Let me
brother,
let me
you're in there, bro. I
let
don't
me
think I've never gotten in that space or even hopped in and not seen you in there,
You
bro.
know,
You're
the,
in
the
low, bro.
the thing is that's crazy is that what people are not realizing is like, again, you got people like Tyler, Coco, me, Pinky, that just are spending so much time in these communities, right? Like whether it's ours or somebody else's Giga Chad, like they can't fucking fail at that point, right? Like you got these people that have been in this space so long and they got all this knowledge, like they see something in this, and it's like, what are you here for if you're here not to learn, right? And you're here not to like just read the writing on the wall. I think everybody up on this stage right now has a really good chance to get that trophy at the end of this run and say, yeah, we fucking did that shit.
Yeah, bro.
no, I
Another thing
agree. Like,
too, one thing too, like aside from just like people listening that are like, people that are a part of the communities, bro. Like for the people out there that are trying to start projects, bro, or like CTO a project, like take a page out of the projects off your book, bro. Go chill in the little bub chat, go chill in the Giga chat, the Mumu, like all these chats. Go chill and see like how hard people work, and they don't get discouraged if shit's not going their way for a week, right? The grind never stops, and that's how you win because every one of these projects like you don't just get to where they're at, man. It takes a lot of just grinding and like putting your fucking head down and just continuing to regardless of all the bullshit gets thrown your way, regardless of other fucking vampire attacks and FUD and this and that, right? Because you're gonna get all of that. You got to go through all that shit to get where they are. You know what I mean?
The
yeah.
tongue stays out, motherfucker.
Yeah, there you go. Um, and like one of the things that like I like really like when I see projects doing unique content, right? Like, so like one of the dopest things that I think Giga Chad does is they make, I don't know how the fuck they do it, but they have like really cool like iconic videos of like they did one from Wolf of Wall Street. And like they like somehow get it to sound like I don't know how you guys are doing it, but you guys like take the voice of like Matthew McConaughey or like Leonardo DiCaprio and you get them like they like I don't know, it's super creative, bro. If you I pinned one of their videos up there in the top, one of the Giga Chad videos, bro. Like they've got some of the dopest content. Um and then if like from an art perspective, like go take a look at Mumu, like the type of memes that they're constantly posting are like so on brand with everything that they're doing. It's so lit. Like I love watching all the cool memes that Mumu posts. And then if you go look at like something like Little Bub, like they've got like 1,000 memes already in like less than a month, and it's just like everything like with the cat, you know, and they've got like their fun like taglines or whatever. And then Nero, like Nero has some cool memes. Like I think Nero's kind of one of the more newer ones, but like the main reason I brought them up here is because the community is just fucking insane, bro. Go check out that community. Like you are gonna be like blown away by how crazy they're going in there, bro. Like they're wild. Um, so yeah, no, like each one of these projects have really cool like individual qualities, like Jesse was saying, and that's one of the reasons that attracted me to them. Jeff, what up, man? What's going on?
What's poppin'?
What's good, baby?
Yeah, I just wanted to, not much, bro. Just bubbing. Now, I wanted to say, excuse me, just to touch up on what you're just saying, like, as far as like the Giga Chad meme, like, you know how strong the Chad meme is when the fucking FBI flags the term based red pill Chad as basically a fucking terrorist term. Like they
What?
literally,
What?
yeah, you can look it up. Based red pill Chad. Those phrases
Dude, I
right there.
totally forgot about that.
Yeah,
That's
no,
hilarious, bro.
fucking Chad is literally like anti-establishment. It is totally the definition of for the people. Like I got me a nice little bag in Giga Chad and Mumu. Like nothing to really make a difference if I were to fucking be sweating over that sell 100% fucking button, which I never do. But no, I'm definitely bullish on both y'all. Like community goes fucking farther than anything. Like these fucking VCs can come in, they can pump their charts as much as they want. They can fucking try to fake it till they make it, but really they're not going to last. Like their burn rate when they're faced up against a real community is far greater than their profit. And you're going to see a big red candle down eventually. They're not going to make it. Like Lil Bub. I'm going to evangelize. I'm a huge Lil Bub fan. Um, the fake Lil Bub with the VC scammers out of Dubai, they've stolen our slogans. They've stolen our memes. They literally used one of our memes from our meme channel for their buy bot. You can't make this shit up, and they are not going to fucking last. This community, I mean, if you go into our Telegram, literally right now, what's being spammed is my wife's boyfriend let me buy more bub. I sold my neighbor's catalytic converter for bub. Like, how do you fucking beat that? You can't beat that, bro. When you have a fucking community of diehard degens that are tapped into the space, these VCs can neglect it all they want until they have no other choice but to buy your fucking coin. Mic
I
drop.
mean, yeah, Jeff, you're the man, bro. Yeah, that's dope. That's like a dope little perspective. Let me bring some more people up here real quick. Hold on. We've got so many people requesting, bro. Sorry if I don't get you guys up. Let me try and get one more person up. Let's see. We've got.
I think Dog with Tools wanted to say some
Yo,
stuff.
yeah,
Yeah.
go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry, brother. Go ahead.
Hey guys, how's it going? Can you hear me?
Yep.
Hello? Yeah, perfect, awesome. Yeah, so I just wanted to touch base. You guys have this huge call going on, so I think you guys covered a lot of good points, and I think you guys are providing some useful like insights to how to be successful communities, right? So I know everyone here is they're either part of a community or they're running a community, and we were here at Dog with Tools, we were looking at NEIRO and their situation and what they were going through, and we found it was getting a lot of attention, and I think that plays into their whole storyline and lore, questioning their validity and who's the original, and of course, we sympathize with Nero, so we wanted to clear things in the air. But funny, talking about community, I think if you have a big enough community and you have people there working hard, networking, you can't really fail. So I think even like in the case with the fake Nero, let's say, even when they were bundled with no vanity CA, people were still defending their bags like their life depended on it, and from there, with the power of community, they were still able to draw liquidity away from Nero. So again, like maybe this might be a topic of discussion, but I want to maybe touch on, maybe the other devs here can touch on, is how do you guys, as communities, manage to stay resilient in those, faces of challenges, when you're facing with people who are stealing your name or stealing your memes? Because I've launched projects in the past, and I know how difficult it is to kind of sway a community or manage a community. And
You
yes,
you
like
know. Let's go to Bub and then let's go to Narrow because
Uh,
they kind of have the
uh,
same situation. Yeah, go
So
ahead.
I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
so. I mean, we're way deeper than NEIRO, and I'm just rooting for them too. I was in their TG yesterday, but you know we're about almost a month into this now, right? So, dude, we've had every swing. We've had, like I said, we sat down and talked to these motherfuckers, and there was just nothing but like it just wasn't great, right? And we're
yeah.
getting memes on. But you know what you do, like the one thing that we've built and the culture we've built is it ain't about the fucking chart where it's at now. It's where it's going, right? So that no longer affects us. You know, when we even hit
Hmm.
the all-time high of 4 million, our diehards, we had this slogan was like 4 million didn't even crack a smile because that's not what we're going for, right? You have to focus on the day to fucking day. And you got to sit there and say, like, what is the goal of today? And if it's to pump your chart, you're going to fucking lose. And that's not a team you want to be in. It's how many new people can we get into this Telegram? How many new followers can we get? How many memes can we get? To answer your question, we stay focused on the things that fucking matter, right? Because if you truly, people say this all the time, like, I want a long term project and I want, long term success, then don't worry about all the other things. Like, people are going to attack you, people are going to fudge you. That comes with this space. So once you accept that, and then you just focus on yourself and you focus on the results from different things. For example, like onboarding a new well and getting them in the TG and having them sit there with us for 2, 3 hours and getting to know them. That is one of our KPIs, right? Like
Right. Yeah.
that's what excites us. I don't give a fuck. The chart's pumping right now. I don't give a shit. I don't care. Like, well, if it were up to me, I'd remove the buy bot from the thing. What I care about is that now I got these new guys coming into the TG now, and I have an opportunity to network and meet with people. So, if you have that mindset and you lead by example with that, and you show your community that that's how you're leading, they will follow, bro, and they will believe. So, you got to just brush them off, man. That's the only way you're gonna survive. Because if you let it get you down, then you've lost already.
Like I remember there was some like fucking I think every project that's successful gets like a copycat. Like I saw like a bullshit GigaChad copycat that
Yeah.
died or something too, right? Like it wasn't, and I know Mumu's got a bunch of copycats, but like the community shows who's the one. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like that's really what it is. Mumu's got his hand up. What's up, Mumu?
Yeah, we're gonna say we weren't even really the first Mumu. It was on ETH, and actually, like me and some of the other guys worked, or we helped out promoting the first Mumu, and then realized the team was kind of lazy and sucked, and so like that's why when we came up with this Mumu and like started wanting to push this, we just went harder on doing content, being more consistent. Like making funnier memes, like just outworking the other team. That's literally what you got to do. Just be better. And so,
Very
like the
true. Yeah.
community will see it.
Hmm.
Yo, I agree with that. Like, bro, I don't know how many times I've seen Griff come in the Telegram at 2 o'clock in the morning after he left the bar and he's fucking drunk and can't even spell right and he'll be leading raids. And like, to all you communities out there, man, like to build the community. Like, I like what the one guy said. Like, if your goal is to come in every day and pump the chart, like, I really think you're gonna fail. The point is to like bring people in, let them buy. Don't worry about the chart. Let it do its thing. And that's what we did at Giga Chad. Like, we had a whole month where we rated people with this fucking weird type of shield we had. Like, no matter what their post was, they could post a whole nother ticker. But if they had two G's, an I and an A, like we would circle the G, circle the I, circle the G, circle the A, and just call it a giga coded post, like regardless. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
And
what.
then when people would actually shill us, we would be like, bro, like, where's the giga shill? Like, you know what I mean? Like, we just was like just acting retardio on the timeline about it. You know
I
what I
love
mean?
it. Yeah, that's what made me kind of love it. Like the attitude, right? Like you guys have your own persona, which is like also like endearing, right? Like you guys are just like that. Like you guys are. You get the Giga Chad persona, and like you guys stick to it, right? Like so. I think one thing that I would say is like the projects that make it, they know who they are, right? They know who they are, and they don't waver from that, regardless of what anybody fucking tells them. Just know who you are, and just believe in the mission, right? Um, and that's why I'm all bullish on all these projects. Um,
Yeah, 100%.
yeah,
Like the ice guy, I can't remember his name, Icebergs or something. Like he called us a forced meme, and then we got in like a little war with him on the timeline a little bit. Then the next day we had him posting push up videos and shit. You know what I'm saying? And like he market bought. like some Giga and gave it to one of our community members. But like, you know what I mean? Like we keep it light, but you know what I mean?
Yeah,
We
yeah,
keep it fun.
yeah.
You
No,
gotta
it's
be
for shit. It's dope.
you gotta
I love it.
be so obviously bullish that nobody has any choice but to be bullish on you because it's gonna be bad for their rep. Like that's the only fucking option here, guys, to fucking take it to multi billions. Is that no one has it, like if you fucking are against this now, then you're not gonna make it. And that's the culture you gotta build across crypto Twitter, man.
Dude, 100%, man. You gotta be retardedly bullish. You gotta be retardedly bullish. Like, I always tell fools, even when we're like fucking 100K market cap, I'd be going into spaces and being like, dude, we're going to $1,000 billion. And you know what? We're probably going higher, man. We're
That's
probably
not even
Yeah,
no
fucking
that's not
going
enough
higher.
numbers,
hold
motherfucker.
on. What's
You know,
crazy about that
Take
is
it.
Griff would fuck like when I first come into coin, I got in like 1.5 million, man. Griff would come on a space and chill that. If like, yo, we're going to 1,000 billion. And I would DM him, I'm like, bro, you gotta chill on that. But like now, like I'm the one saying it. I'm like, bro, we're going to 1,000 billion.
you,
Dude, we're going to,
you,
it's crazy, bro. It's
you,
crazy. No, but actually what was funny, so like I know we like briefly touched on it. So we're at Giga Chat, we're creating the next like big fitness brand, think Nike, think Adidas, think Gymshark, all this stuff. So what I'm thinking to myself is like, all right, so Giga Chad's obviously going higher than Dogecoin. Doge at 100 billion. So like that's a floor. But then you add on this, potential Nike on top of that. That's pure marketing, right? The gym fitness community is the biggest community in the entire world. They're the strongest community in the entire world. So what we're really doing here is we're multiplying the market cap of Nike and Dogecoin. That is 150 billion times 100 billion. That is how fucking
how many
high we're
numbers is
going.
that?
It's crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
it's a
can't even
million
do that.
I
billion,
Our
mean,
bro,
numbers
but
are
it's a
so
You
million
nuts.
know,
billion,
It's a
dude.
lot.
you know,
A
yeah, it's
million
like
billion.
it's like 10
you
to
know,
the it's like 10 to the
it
81st. That's how high we're
it's
going, boys.
you
It's the
know
super
it's
Fuck
cycle.
it.
very
I love it.
I know in the space it's unconventional because everyone sees everybody as like competition, but like when I'm hearing spaces like this and we're on here, like I feel the vibes are good, bro. And like I'm all about like networking, connecting, and helping each other. And like if we could ever find those ways to do that for other communities that we align with synergies, that's how we really do make it, right? Like I was a chief operating officer for an online fitness company for 4 years. Like I'd fucking any time fucking sit there and chop it up with you guys and let you guys know the ins and outs of it. And like when we start doing shit like
Yeah,
that with people that matter, that's
Mhm.
how everybody gets to their goal because your bag has more slots than just one coin. Like there's multiple slots in there, and
I
that's
don't know.
when.
Giga will tell you otherwise, though, bro. They're like full port. They tell you to full port everything into Giga.
dude, full port it, bro. Full port it,
But
dude.
that's the
We're
Chad
yeah,
mentality, right? Yeah.
yeah, no, Bub. You gotta have some like retarded targets, man. That's all I'm saying. You gotta have some belligerent targets.
But
Like,
billions. That's
But
what we
no,
say.
billions,
Billions.
But
We're talking
baby.
billions.
no, that's not high enough, bro. That's not high
Yeah,
enough.
I wanna talk to we've been I want to see what NEIRO, like obviously they're the new kid on the block, right? They've just only been around a little while, but they're definitely caught my attention. So like what is the target NEIRO? What do you got? What do you guys got coming, bro? I know you said you're building community, but like I want to hear the
Dude, they're
fucking bull case,
they're
bro.
their targets higher than Giga. Impossible.
Yeah.
The new Doge.
No, I'm just
I mean,
The new Doge.
I
I'm just
mean, to
playing.
be
I'm just
honest, I
playing.
mean, with all these numbers coming up, I mean, we're definitely in the ranks of Dogecoin, the Dogecoin contender, for this market.
Oh
So
yeah.
I don't know about the bull case. I mean, the bull case is the community, to be honest, because like someone was saying earlier, we have a vampire attack going on right now with a coin that's up there at a higher market cap. But you can only pump a coin like that for so long with funds before it's gonna go down. Like so that's the case is right now. We're really just trying to build the community and keep the community positive during these times because it's definitely not an easy situation that we're going through. But the community and the activity and the way that we're staying consistent, I think that's gonna take us the furthest, right? Because you could pump a coin for a little bit, and you like someone said, I think it was Pinky said, you could pump a coin to 100 million, but once that coin is pumped and it doesn't have the community that we have, it's all about just being there for a month, being there for 2 months, and when they see that this community is not gonna stop, I think their liquidity is just gonna start coming over to NEIRO, which so yeah, I mean right now it's a little bit tougher, as in what's going on, but I mean we already have CXs reaching out to us that want to list us for free without any costs just because of our volume and based on our holders. So I mean these are bull cases in themselves. But yeah, man, I really just think
It's
it's
gonna be
focusing
the
on the
grind, brother. It's gonna be
community.
the grind.
Give me a
It's gonna be
Yeah,
number.
the grind,
yeah,
brother.
exactly. They're gonna see that
Yeah,
we're not gonna quit,
yeah,
and I think that's gonna be key.
yeah,
Yo,
Let's
can I ask
go.
a
Let's go.
yeah.
question?
Go for it. Go for it.
Yo, Nero, give me a number. How high are you going? Nero, you there?
Giga's asking you how high you're going, Nero.
How high are you going?
What's going on, bro?
I'll set the number.
Let's
It's
hear it.
50 billion babillion.
50 billion billion. See, that's a good
You
number. I
know,
like that. That's a
if
good number.
the
That's a good
Yo,
number.
sorry, is I can't hear some people. Are they
Yeah,
talking?
you
Giga
gotta
was
take a
asking
lap.
you how high you're going. They wanted you to target.
I mean, they said 150 billion times 100 billion. So what? Fuck it. We're gonna say 1,000 billion times 1,000 billion.
There
Yes.
you
Yeah,
go.
sound good?
Yes.
Or
Yes.
you
Let's
could say
go.
you'll stop pumping once the tongue goes in, and the tongue never fucking stays in, baby. It's always out.
Exactly. Dude, yeah, exactly. That's a good target, Nero. You guys saw a sailor at Bitcoin Nashville? That motherfucker said what 10,000 trillion or some shit as his bull case for 2045. Here's my bull case for Giga. When Sailor is buying Giga, that's my bull case. When he's full porting his 10,000 trillion Bitcoin into Giga.
I love it. Can you imagine that?
That would be a Chad
Can you
move.
imagine
Dude,
that? Can you imagine like fucking BlackRock's being like, "Hey, we're full porting to do a meme."
Bro, when
Like,
dude,
it's
I,
crazy.
I think it is. I think it is. I mean, I was thinking about this the other day, bro. Like, BlackRock's, they're obviously, money hungry, right? They're full porting like single unit family homes to raise rent by 10%. You don't think these motherfuckers are gonna be aping meme
Bro,
coins?
Bitcoin was a meme when it started.
Exactly. Like these guys are gonna be going nuts on the meme coins, and
Yo, before Larry Fink deleted his fucking Twitter, I was fucking DMing him every day. I'm sure he never seen it, but I was DMing him every day, Giga. I DM Van Eck every fucking day, Giga Chad memes.
it's
Like
coming,
I
bro.
am in the fucking trenches that you're not supposed to be in, bro. Like
Yeah,
I'm DMing people that may
guys,
never see my messages, but I'm DMing them in case they do.
guys,
dude, they're gonna like take you out,
Guys, I
bro.
want to make one statement about all these coins because I hold all of them, right? These are not coins that you fucking flip in a day, in a week. These are coins that you fucking buy and you hold. And anybody that gets onboarded from any of these communities, any of you guys that are in any of these communities, when you onboard somebody, you say, "Hey, go grab some of this and hold it." That's how you start your sentence. You don't tell it, just send them the contract address. You tell them, "Okay, you're going to want to grab this and you're going to want to hold it," because that's how you're going to fucking help them out. Because you actually might hurt them if you don't give them context and address, and then they buy it and then they fucking sell it in 2 days and then they cope for the rest of the fucking cycle because these coins fucking go into the billions, right? So like just remember that when you're onboarding your people into any of these projects, anybody that's in these communities, you tell them to buy and you tell them to hold. And that's how you get where you want to be. And that's what I tell everybody for
Homies
all these
don't
projects.
homies don't let homies cope.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Man,
Nah, 100%.
I'm
Like
just I feel
that's a
dude, I'm just happy.
whoa.
I'm just happy for all these projects. Like the fact that like I just like being a part of projects that are just like relentless, bro. Like that shit fires me up. That's what I do it for, bro. I'll be frank. I don't need the fucking money. I do it because I like being in these communities, bro, and I like winning. You know what I mean? So like that's why I do it. And yeah, I'm just
I
Hey
get it,
Coco, can I
Coco.
yeah.
can
I
I
get
say
it. I'm
something on
poor,
that?
okay?
I'm just
No, but
fucking
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
that's literally the difference. Like VCs and like cabals and
Someone,
shit like
can I
that, whatever
can
you
I
want to
say
call
something?
them, they move fast. Like if
I
they
don't
don't
know.
see the profit potential within a few weeks, they're out. They're done. But communities, they fucking will rally for months and months and months. And that's why even though I don't hold it as big of a bag as I'd like in MOG, they are a prime fucking example They were shoving their bags down people's fucking throats until you couldn't fucking breathe.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a huge fan of Mog for that reason. Like, it didn't matter if it was a red day, a green day, a great day, a terrible day. They were bull posting every fucking
Yep.
day for the last 11 months.
Yeah. And here's like that's what it takes, bro. You know what's funny is last cycle there was actually kind of like it was a little bit taboo to shill. Like people would get like talked down on if they shilled. Like, oh no, he's just shilling, whatever. This cycle, shill your fucking bags, bro. Fucking what if you're not shilling your bags, if you're not letting people know about the shit that you have conviction in, you're doing it wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like
100%.
that's the truth.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
You got to do it, bro. And dude, you know what the thing is too is like
100%.
I don't really I love seeing coins that had to go through some shit in the beginning, bro, because it shows like when you see a team or a bunch of guys that go through fucking shit for the first 2 weeks or a week or whatever, and they're just still going hard, bro. You know there's resilience, and you know it doesn't matter if they go up to 50 million, come back down to 10. They ain't gonna stop, right? Like you got to see that in the beginning to see like, okay, are these guys for real? Do I want to park my money here? Am I cool with sitting here for fucking 6 months, 8 months? Because that's what it takes, right? The shit doesn't happen overnight if you want to go into those crazy numbers. So it's good when I hear stories about like a project that's got everything thrown at them and they're like, fuck it, let's go. Like that's what I'm looking for.
And come out the other end, right? Because they're battle tested. They become
100%.
battle tested, right? Like
Yep.
every single one of these projects on here has dealt with FUD. They've dealt with something, some kind of issue that like has been like negative, right? And like, what do? They
Mhm.
just keep going.
Yeah, I mean that's just life, dude. Right? Sports, it's your job, it's schoolwork, it's just life, right?
And
Nothing's a
and,
straight line.
and also, guys,
100%. If you're
I want to
buying
say this.
GIGA, if you're buying MUMU, if you're buying NEIRO, if you're buying BUB, buy it, close the chart, throw it in your hidden folder, and come back in 2 months. You'll be doing yourself a fucking favor. I promise.
And I want to say this because a lot of these tokens up here are definitely like community based and have strong communities. And like I kind of got lucky, man. I learned from a really strong community in 2021 that I was a part of. And like the recipe really is like, man, if you're a part of community, do what you can. Like I'm terrible at making memes, bro. I make memes. I talk on spaces. I fucking raid. Like I retweet other people. Like you know what I mean. I'm not one of those guys like, oh, I'll like their tweet, but I'm not retweeting. Like, bro, do what you can for the communities you're in. And like that will like when everybody does that, like no matter what it is, making videos, making content, printing stickers, and just taking pictures of you, posting them on the fucking bathroom at Walmart or some crazy shit, like bro, like do when the other communities people see that and they're all doing it too, like it brings the like communities, like it makes it so much stronger. You know what I mean? Like just do your part, whatever you can chip in and do it, and like you will reap the benefits of it.
Yeah, 100%, man, 100%. And yeah, it's another thing that I guess like people don't really talk about. I know this is like a community space, so it probably should get mentioned. Is that people like kind of talk about community in this like abstract way of like, oh, everybody's together, it's strong, whatnot. But the real value of community is, yeah, I guess, yeah, it's everybody holding together, everybody being strong. But like Jesse said, it's everybody contributes in their own way, right? When you have thousands, 10,000s, 100,000 people, you're going to have some people that are experts in math or science or marketing or content creation. But when everybody comes together, they contribute in their own ways. And then you get something where you have a super hive mind of people where anything you need to get done for the same common cause can get done because you have that person. So yeah, like Jesse said, everybody in the audience, yeah, contribute to your communities, work for your bags because everybody has something to offer. You might not think you're the best content creator or meme guy like Jesse, but you're really good at bull posting or tweeting or retweeting or anything like that. You might not be the best, financial guy or business guy, but somebody's going to be. But everybody does have their niche, and that's why community is so strong and why community is so important. Because when everybody comes together for a common goal with that much, I guess, collective knowledge, you can't lose. You can accomplish anything.
Bro, you know what is crazy? Like the homie, like one of my good homies who's in the trenches with me in the bear market. I just actually hadn't talked to him for like a couple months, and we reconnected. I was in his VC Stecky, and me and him been on Giga for a minute now, and like and you know what the crazy thing is? Literally, what you guys are doing right now, when you just like put that into the universe, where you said 100 billion times 150 billion, whatever. whatever it was. Like he went and tweeted that. So you guys are like creating your own virality, right? Like Stecky's like one of the bro, he's probably one of the guys that's hit some of the biggest fucking plays this cycle so far, right? And he just went and tweeted that shit. You know what I mean? So that's why I posted it up there because you guys are like putting it into the universe and you're manifesting what you want. You know what I'm saying? And that's really what it is with these communities is just like having that goal and just grinding, bro. Just grinding. The grind never stops. Like never be satisfied. Just keep fucking going, bro. Like that's all it really is. Like if you as long as you just keep going and have conviction in what you're doing and you don't let the little things like waver you and the community stays convicted and everybody just knows that like the little bumps in the road are not, that's not the end goal. Like, bro, you'll be all right, man. People see that, bro. This is what like real meme coin and real community people are looking for. They're looking for these types of projects. Phantom, what up, man?
Yo, yo, you guys hear me?
I got you, homie.
What up, boys? It's been a while. Um, but I was gonna say a few points I wanted to echo. Y'all just connected to Wi-Fi. Am I good now?
Yeah,
All right,
Yeah,
I
bet,
you're
can hear
bet.
good.
you, bro.
Yeah, so Pinky, what you said about like the sweat equity and the culture that coins build, I've actually changed my strategy recently. Like I'm sure you guys all noticed that the following that KOLs and quote unquote alpha callers have, like their effect is kind of dwindling and the liquidity is moving towards these culture coins and sweat equity. So my strategy recently has actually been to identify these coins who put in, 1 month, 2 months of sweat equity slow mooning and just like betting on that community, to be honest. That's been the most successful for me personally. And then
100%.
Jesse, regarding like you brought up that sticker idea, I was actually thinking about doing that for Giga. I want to print like little stickers because when I was in Austin, Texas for vacation one time, anywhere I looked, I'd see a dog with hat sticker. I'm like, damn, bro, like it's making me want to buy it. You know what I mean? I'm like, damn, wait, I don't know why I haven't done that for Giga yet. We used to put up QR codes, like a full piece of paper of QR codes and shit like that, but like a tiny little circular sticker of even Giga Chad's face. You know what I mean? Just to promote the meme itself would be useful. So if you guys have any pictures or recommendations, let me know. QR code won't be bad, but people are scared to scan that shit. And then there's something else I was gonna say I forgot. Oh yeah, regarding Stecky posting that tweet, like the reality is when you work hard enough and come in and day out, you start to create your own luck. You know what I mean? Like like for example, the original Giga Chad meme creator themselves reaching out to us. It's not like they just reached out because we DM'd them. It's because they reached out because we DM'd them 6 months ago and continued to work. You create your own luck. We didn't get lucky that they responded to us out of hundreds of DMs. We just created our own luck because we just came in and day out. Even O'Hearn's very protective of his image, and he's like, bro, I see you guys pushing masculinity. I like that. Like we didn't get lucky. Nothing is luck. You create your own luck if you just keep working.
Nah, I agree. Bro, Phantom, bro, come on, bro. You don't gotta tell me, bro. I see you guys, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I already know, bro. Like, you guys have been grinding hard, bro. Like, we got some more hands up here, real quick. What up, Nero? What's happening?
No, I just wanted to say like when you like for me, like when you find a good meme, it's super addictive, right? So like the dopamine for finding a good meme is pretty crazy. I mean, you could probably hear it in my voice. I've been up for 48 hours. Didn't really sleep much, but I mean, the reason why I'm saying that is cuz when you find a meme that is addictive and it feels good to push, the dopamine for that and being able to push that meme, it's like another level. It's an addiction. So yeah, yeah, it's really hard to find in the space, but I know Nero has that potential. And for me and for a lot of the community members, we barely slept at all. And I don't see it stopping anytime soon. But on top of that, I did want to say earlier someone was talking about the memes and the relevance, but the memes for this cycle, you can even see it in Solana blockchain. You can see it on Base, but more people are becoming more adaptive to memes in general because they're seeing how easy it is to onboard, normies and the mass people. So I really feel memes this cycle is gonna be way more massive than it was last cycle. So it's yeah, it's just gonna it's gonna be big. So I just want to say that,
Yeah,
yeah.
no, I think.
Yeah,
Go
Coco.
ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, like, I remember you and I having a conversation maybe a week ago talking about what the dominance in crypto is gonna be, and you're like 70-30, and I was like, okay, yeah, there's a lot of like big layer one protocols coming out. You're like, no, 70-30 memes. And I was like, let's fucking go.
No, I honestly
So
believe
sick.
that, bro. Like I honestly believe it. Like I think that memes act as like a proxy for the underlying tech in a way, but they're also like an alpha proxy. You know what I mean? Like because they have the people. They have the people that are interacting on the chain, right? And think about all the layer ones, layer twos, right? What do they want? I guarantee you, if you went to any layer one or layer two and you said, hey, what is if you could have like one of the most viral projects in the industry, anyone, utility or meme, on your chain being like that representative of your chain, I guarantee you any chain will say they want a top 5 meme on their chain because that brings users. It brings people interacting on their chain, right? And that's what memes are, bro. Memes are the doorway. They're the gateway to people using blockchain. But actually, you don't even really need to be that savvy to be a part of a meme culture or a project. You just need to be able to acquire it, and that's all you really got to do. If you're holding long term and you have conviction, you literally have to do 2 interactions, or maybe just one. Buy it, and that's it. That's the only thing you have to do on the chain. Just buy it and make sure it's in a safe wallet, right? And then maybe you sell it, maybe you don't. But like the lifespan of your interaction on the chain, if you're big into a popular meme, can literally be 2 on-chain interactions. You're either buying it or you're selling it. And if you're holding long term like me, it's just 1 interaction. I'm just buying for now because I'm not planning on selling any of this shit anytime soon. You know what I mean? That's yeah, man. It's I just get fired up for these kind of spaces, bro. I love this shit, and I just think that we're in such a good position. All the people in the crowd, like that are following these projects and are here to like, just listen in. Like you guys are the network, right? Like the teams can do so much, but at the end of the day, the network, the people, the community, and which the space is all about, is going to be the ones that are really the lifeblood of any meme that goes to crazy heights, right? So while we have tons of like people that have really good ideas, visionaries, people that are like making decisions, stuff like that. None of those decisions or none of those actions that any of these projects are doing will ever reach their full potential if they don't have a badass community backing them, right? So that's basically the main reason why I wanted to make this space. And I'll probably do more of these, bro. We literally have like 20 projects trying to request up right now, but I'm gonna keep it only to the ones that are scheduled. But maybe I'll do some more. But I'm gonna have to do due diligence on the projects. I'm gonna really get in there and I'm gonna check out the community. I'm gonna see if I really fuck with them. Because that's gonna be the criteria to come up to one of these spaces. I'm not gonna do these spaces all the time. It's just gonna be like, fuck, I might do it once a month. And I might have the same people up here because I don't know if I'm gonna find any more conviction plays, right? Um, so like that's like what I wanted to do this space. And I think that's why we have such a dope turnout too, is because people are here for the reason that people are here is because they understand that the community, and we sound like broken records when we say this, is the number one pillar for everything. And these projects really have that. Sorry, someone called me. Um, but yeah, so I guess what we'll do is instead of like doing a closing statement, I think what we should do is go to like a few of the speakers and well, you know what? I'm gonna start. I'm gonna do it like this. I'm gonna like go through all 4 of these projects and I'm gonna tell you like what I like about them, and then we can just do some closing statements from whoever wants, or if anybody else wants to like say anything, go ahead. But I think I'll start with Mumu. Oh, go ahead, Phantom. Go ahead.
Yeah, last thing I'll say is I don't want to show anything else but Giga right now because full port Giga, but I do have some other things you should check out. I'm gonna hit your DMs, Coco.
Oh, hit me, bro. You know how it goes. Yeah, for sure. Okay, so check it out. So like let's start with Mumu. Like the thing about Mumu that I love is the consistency online. I think that their branding is sick as fuck, and like every single thing that they post is like top-notch quality content, and they've just been grinding it out, and you see it. You see it on the timeline. Every time I'm somewhere, if I'm looking at someone's post, I see Mumu. Like I just popping up everywhere. Like I think they're just crushing the game like that. And their community follows. Wherever they post, the community follows, everybody knows Mumu, right? Like they have a really strong narrative too. The mascot of the bull run, bro. Like that's a powerful narrative, right? And they have like the look. They have they're like everybody when they think of the bull and they think of like a bull meme, they're gonna think of Mumu. And they're on one of the dopest chains for this as well. So like I think Mumu honestly is going to billions, bro. Like 100%. I'm a bag holder. I'm buying. I'm not selling. Billions is where we're going now. Giga, like I kind of know Giga like probably a lot better than probably well I'd say I know Giga and Lil Bub the most because I've been helping out like just with Lil Bub because it's a lot of guys from my trading community are doing Lil Bub. Um, but what I would say about Giga is like I actually wasn't when they first hit me up. I kind of brushed it off. Like I kind of blew it off just and it wasn't because I didn't think I liked it, right? Like I didn't it wasn't because I didn't like the vibe, it's just I was doing all this other shit, right? And then I just like they basically earned like my respect and my buys and my loyalty to their brand because I just saw like what fucking beasts and like what chads they were at like how they're operating and the mindset like the mindset that they put forward and that mindset is infectious, right? Like when I went in the community it's like do 30 push-ups, Coco. They don't give a fuck who you are. They tell everybody, hey, you got to do 30 push-ups before you talk in here. Like that shit was like that was awesome, right? Like I love that. And it's just like it's just an infectious mindset. And then I also think like with the catalysts that they have with the fitness brand and just the way that they've attracted people to just want to be part of their project is really fucking bullish. And then obviously the main guys like Phantom and Griff and Jesse and all these guys that are pushing, like they're Chads and they know what they're doing. They have a vision and they're just executing. And they never wavered. They never wavered the whole time. I've seen it dip a bunch of times, bro. They just keep fucking going. And I love that. I love that about that project. I'm super long Giga. I think everyone should be. Um, Nero is a newer one. I would say that I'm impressed, like really impressed by how much social activity they've had so far. And like communities, like when a new project comes along, like the Telegram will get filled with people, right? And then a lot of times it'll just empty out, and then nobody will still be there and it's just like okay that was like hot for a second but the metrics these guys are doing right now is impressive like regardless of how old they are the fact that the numbers that they're doing and the numbers that they've accumulated and the way that they're saying community first and they're just like we don't give a fuck about the price. This is community. We're not even getting started yet but like the fact that they're attracting all these people I think they have a good shot like I said. It'll be a conviction play for me when I see like how the community acts like after a week, after 2 weeks. But like if they keep it up, it's 100% going to be a conviction play for me because the community is fucking ravenous and I love it. That's the main thing that's made me. I don't even give a fuck about the other Neros or any of that shit. I've looked in the other telegrams. This community is hands down the strongest one out of all of them, and you guys can go check and see that for yourself. And that's the number one thing that I'm bullish on this one for, and that's why I invested. And then obviously Little Bub. I mean, I just think like I think that the guys behind it and the community that's like just I've been watching it firsthand how like strong they are and how much like work they're putting into it and like they don't care about the market cap like just like Lil Bub was saying they said I don't even care about the price. I turn the buy bot off, whatever. Like he understands it, he gets it. Obviously it's the lowest market cap of any of these coins right now, but dude, like market caps go up and down. Like these guys have the formula. They like the formula for success and a community that actually cares and a crazy fucking like CTO leader that just will not stop and like just bullish and a lot of cool little sayings and fun things and I don't want to say it's the same, but it kind of is in a way that the parallel that I find with Giga and Little Bub is the fact that it's the same playbook where they refuse to give KOLs money, and they just everyone's been culture calling it right. Like everyone, like we had like some of the guys from Magic Eden bought and like just a ton of cool stuff, and then obviously the intern, the guy that's doing the tweets, is super funny, right? So it's a different kind of vibe, but it's also a historic cat that has a lot of virality already baked in. So like millions of views that people can go see, and then there's proof on the internet, right? So that's my takes on all of them. And like if you guys are gonna grab any of these coins, the number one thing you got to do is just buy and fucking hold because I think all of these are going places. And that's my
Yeah, one
finished
thing I
speech,
think
bro.
that you got to think too with every one of these four memes, they all have the potential of just the meme itself getting to like getting huge, right? Like when you got all the normies coming in, you get all the crazy money flooding in. Like every one of these memes is original enough and like has that look to where it could go to those multi-billion dollar market caps. So that's another thing, right?
Goodwill.
They're all very unique.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
bro, stay-at-home moms in their 40s are gonna fucking love Little Bub, bro.
That's the main, that's everyone's main demographic.
We have something coming up called the Thanksgiving Meowsker, which is basically we're gonna get every holder to go to Thanksgiving and force everybody to buy $5 a Little Bub, and it's gonna just fucking skyrocket from there.
Just force them, huh? Just force them to buy
Just force them. You know, it's like old school
Yeah.
last
Bro,
cycle. Like,
Lil Bub, yeah, you need to make a post right now how you're inviting all 40-year-old like single MILF moms into Bub. That's
that's
like
a
your
if
main
you guys
demographic.
if you guys know anything about Facebook analytics, that's the biggest buyer market in the world. 40-year-old stay-at-home moms in Texas. Holy fuck, we're rich.
Bro, that's huge, man. You tap into that market, bro, it's over.
That's like me buying all my family fucking 3 years ago CRO coin for Christmas at 76 cents. Yeah, no, I'm just playing. Now we got a lot of dope ass slogans over at Lil Bub, and I'm gonna share this one for all four tokens up here currently. Buy Bub, buy NEIRO, buy MUMU, buy GIGA, Top Blast, DCA, New Wife, Ferrari, Private Island. Let's go.
There you go, man. Um, if anyone wants to, like, I'm gonna close it down here because we're almost at the top of the hour. If anyone else wants to put something in, man, go for it. Got anything? You guys
We're
good?
going to billions,
I mean, I'll say
baby.
Go,
something
go
before
for it.
we
Go
go
for it.
head
Go for
off.
it.
All right, perfect. Yeah, I mean, if you're, I always say, just come check out the Telegram. We're not gonna tell you to buy Nero, but all you gotta do is come to the Telegram, check us out. Check the energy, check the vibes. We're not gonna stop. We're gonna continue to push 24/7 VCs, a lot of transparency. So yeah, just come check out the vibes. Come check out the energy. Really, as Coco said. I mean, you go in that TG, you're really not gonna be able to see anything. The chat's literally spazzing out. But yeah, just wanted to say appreciate you, Coco, for this platform, and yeah, appreciate you putting us up here with all these other coins. Shout out to Giga, shout out to Mumu, and shout out to Little Bub.
Yes, sir. Nah, I handpicked it because I really actually like all these coins, so that was the reason. And I think it was kind of cool to have different like coins that are in different like life parts of their life cycle. Like one super early one that's been a month, and then obviously Giga's probably been the longest, and then Mumu, and like it's just different perspectives, right? So yeah. Anyways, that was dope. I had a lot of fun on this space, man. And obviously, anytime you guys need anything from me, you guys hit me up. I appreciate all the guys that came up, all the teams, all the communities, everybody that showed up, man. We had a pretty dope space here. So